What's going on, guys? This is Rumble with Level 1 News, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I am. I'm going to be bringing a couple of smartphone reviews. That's why I'm a little bit excited. What I have here is the LG V40 ThinQ. Long name. They probably could have shortened it. Probably could have just called it the V40. But moving beyond that, just because they have a lot of phones and everything else, but I have it in hand, and I actually recently took it to a trip to the Maldives, and it was a great trip, and it took some really good photos, and I got to experience a lot on the phone. I'm just gonna break a couple things down for you. So first off, here is the phone. As you can see, pretty sleek device. Got obviously some fingerprints and stuff on it, and with the glare, but you know, there's other photos that will be taking place. So what I'm sporting here is a Snapdragon 845 with 6 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage, and a 6.4 OLED 3120 by 1440 display. Now LG is known for having pretty good OLED displays, screens, etc. So this is no exception. This has a really good display, really crisp, and actually the phone reaches from top to bottom, come to the cover. And as you can see, this is what the phone looks like. I have a pretty cool animated photo. If you ask me about it, I can tell you where it came from. And this is with the phone on. So as you can see, really nice display, edge to edge, with no actual notch in the middle. But that's not to say that it doesn't have a notch. I actually just remove the notch, which I'll go into in a second since there's a setting for it. So basically the big deal about the phone is the fact that it's sporting not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4 cameras, but 5 cameras. And this is a big deal for when it was released. We're actually around the time when we're starting to hear other smartphones talk about or announce that they have 5 camera smartphones, but LG is pretty much one that kind of came up in there bringing it to the world before it was really just a thing, and people were asking, why would I want like 5 cameras on the phone? Well, there's 3 cameras in the back, and there's 2 cameras in the front. 3 cameras in the back are a standard, a wide, and a telephoto lens. So for those standard shots, for those really wide shots that you want, and a telephoto that does like multiple zooms or whatever, you'll get an actual option for all 3. The front does something very similar where it gives you a portrait shot, and then it gives you a wide like selfie shot. So very interesting on the phone, and it actually displays pretty good photos when we try to like take a few that we tried all 3 options. And with that, it gives you a bunch of features in their software to do different things, which is pretty good. One of the features that actually is not too bad is the triple shot, which if you're indecisive in actually taking a photo with the camera, it'll actually take 3 shots of the telephoto and the wide angle, so that you kind of get an experience of all 3, whether it's something in the shot or you're just trying to get a scenery. So you can get tight shots and wide shots. That stuff is actually pretty cool, although I like to tend to focus on a single shot for each thing, so that's where I lean towards, but not too bad on that. The only issue that I have is that it tries to do some sort of little movie at the end where it kind of zooms in each image. And it doesn't look great. I have no idea why that thing is in there, because it's not a really good job of like how it's displaying when it's zooming in. So that's not even a worry. You kind of see it as like a small little thing to show your friend before you're like, alright, I'm never using this again. But otherwise, a triple shot's a decent thing. I like to focus on actual images, so I would use one or the other. Now, sporting some features, it has the Qualcomm 3.0 quick charger, and it also has wireless charging, like a lot of most standard phones from last year. Also like an upgradable SD slot, which is pretty standard too. So there are a lot of customizations with the new second screen on top, or the second screen for LG on top, and obviously I have it that there is no notch, but if you select it right here, as you can see that there is a notch. Obviously my phone is like the holy grail with the light, but it doesn't normally appear this way. Another really good thing is, depends on how you view it. Obviously, it has a headphone jack, and it supports hi-fi quad dock, so you'll get all your hi-fi music, high quality streams, and everything else, and that's with the headphone jack or through Bluetooth. And then another big thing is the actual sound that comes out of this thing. The LG phones have been known to be pretty loud with their speaker, and this one is no exception. I'll actually give you a good example.
Slide on the pimp gang with my pinky ring. Lot of gang, lot of bitches in the icy chain. While you claim that you rich, that's a false claim. I be straight to the whip, no baggage claim.
Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap nigga with the chickens like Popeye. Money changing colors like Tata. I'm just trying to get it, I ain't trying to die. She got a big on your booty, make the world cry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry.
So really loud actual speaker on this device. Anyone's gonna be able to hear it, so that's pretty good. As a matter of fact, if you put it on an actual table or anything else, it might even get to the point that it will rattle at its highest volume. So there's that. It is much lighter than the LG G7. This is sort of an upgrade to that phone with more features, a little bit more features, and obviously you're sporting 5 cameras on the actual device. So, you know, a bit of a more camera heavy phone. And LG likes to try new things, so pretty much laid this out with all those sort of features and kind of just see if it'll catch on or not. And I mean, I like to say that it does. You're seeing things like the Note 9 and the Pixel phone. Obviously, they have their own sets of features that are, you know, like really good. But those are over $1,000. Both of those phones and the actual iPhones. When this is under $1,000, I think you get this even up to $900 or less. So not too bad to just kind of get this phone or have this phone at hand, take some decent pictures, show off the pretty big screen size. There is that. Where we'd like to see LG improve, especially with a phone like this, is the actual Android software. It was running behind at like 8.1 or so. I know that they've been updating the phone here and there, but it takes a little bit longer for them to kind of get on pace with the other companies. So there's that. And then obviously have the phone released in, you know, a decent time where this would matter the most, and obviously the price point would be right, because this is actually a pretty underrated phone. It has a lot of features in it. You know, it depends on if you're leaning on one kind of phone or another, but this was the start to like 5 cameras, and now you're gonna start seeing them roll out even more. So pretty good phone and idea all around. So the phone has been out for quite some time. You know, I actually took it on the trip, which you saw. Was able to get some really good shots and show off the phone a bit. People actually I got some really good feedback, and people loved how it looked in hand, and you know, when they actually like felt it. So, you know, not a bad phone to kind of travel around with, since I like to do that a lot. And if you're thinking of that, it'll take some pretty decent shots. The video camera, not entirely the craziest, but it'll take some pretty decent video, so I wouldn't worry about that too much either. All right, and this wraps up that review. If you guys like the review, please like it, leave a comment if you have any questions, concerns, or just want to drop a line. Please subscribe, help the support. We'll be bringing more videos to you, more contests, more phone stuff, and this is from Level 1 News. Check you guys later.